Collective. So I pick the topic for the collective by oracle card. So that is how I start off. And if you feel like that message is relevant to you, we have exchanging gifts as our first card, number 27 as well. So if the number 27 is relevant to you, 2, 7, or 9, that is a sign. Let's go ahead and invite some people. Oh, I don't want that. I want to invite. Okay. No, I'm not gonna co-host. Okay, so we're gonna wait a little bit for new people to come in, and in the meantime, I will be. Ooh, we have some good cards here today. And getting our cards out that we can look at together. So what I like to do is I will pick out one major oracle card for, ooh, we have some matching ones too. Oh wow, actually they all match. That's interesting. That's not usually what happens. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. So I'm picking out the oracle cards for our reading today. Let's see if they resonate. So my first two cards here. Thank you so much. My first card here is exchanging gifts 27, okay? And then we got a matching card with Libra 2, number 42. Call upon and cultivate lightness, beauty, and love. Clear the space in your environment. Also, if you were just a pink girly or pink anybody, if that is your color, this may also be a sign, because so all the messages here today for some reason color match. That just happened. So let's go ahead and see 27 exchanging gifts, what kind of gifts we are talking about today. Okay, everyone. So this card says, the law of giving and receiving, currency, trade-offs, weighing costs, and determining value. You're entering into a productive and enriching time when all manner of opportunities are being offered to you. You have everything you need to seize them, which is kind of like the magician card in the tarot. Yet in order to honor them, I would love to flip this card. Like, doesn't want to flip. Come on now. You must put in the time, exchange your experience and skills, and commit heart and soul to what you're choosing to pursue. You can do it. You have what it takes to be successful. If you align with the law of giving and receiving, you must engage in a dance, a give and take, push and pull, doing and being. If you let your fear guide your choices, you could deplete yourself or create an imbalance. This is not a time of just do. Use your currency wisely and mindfully to value the gifts others bring to your life. So truly exchanging with somebody else. Hello. If you would like, by the way, if you're on TikTok and you would like an individual reading, just let me know, give a gift, and then once I see it, I'll let you know, and I will pull some cards for you. If you are on YouTube, I don't have I don't have monetization over there. So please enjoy this oracle card reading. The fastest way for me to be able to do individual readings on both platforms is to subscribe. So this is about literally giving and receiving gifts. They don't have to be literal gifts. The gift of your time, the gift of your love, the gift of your attention, support, and exchanging that with people and appreciating everyone who is around you. Now we're gonna see what the bigger reasoning for this exchanging gift card is by reading this Libra 2 card. So this may have to do with someone in your life who is a Libra, or you may be a Libra. Again, and if 42 or 222 or 6 are important numbers to you, please keep that in mind. This may be another sign. So again, for those of you who are just coming in, call upon and cultivate lightness, beauty, and love. Clear the space in your environment. I'm going to read the meaning for this card as well as soon as I see the booklet is over here. And we are almost there already. This card says, call upon and cultivate lightness, beauty, and love. Clear the space in your environment. Pay attention to aesthetics and energetic wellness, and you will raise your vibration and magnetize success, which I think is really interesting since both cards are like matched to each other. Like, I just can't get over that for all three of the readings. Again, you may be a Libra, or the person you're thinking of may be a Libra. You will certainly benefit by lightening up the feeling in your home or workplace. Break up stuck energy with a rattle or drum, or simply by clapping your hands in the corners around the perimeter of the room. Then purify the vibrations by ringing a bell or cleansing the space and sage smoke, incense, or a mixture of rose water or water containing a few drops of essential oil of lavender. Libra has a finely tuned aesthetic sense. So you may want to change the decor in your environment. Choose simplicity and lift the attention upwards by hanging a mobile chime or sparkling crystal. Sweep your doorstep, play music, bring in some fresh flowers, remove anything blocking the full range of motion of your door. In general, whenever possible, create greater harmony, beauty, and flow. Similarly, tend to your physical appearance and style. Libra reminds us that beauty is a spiritual quality. I will read that again. Libra reminds us that beauty is a spiritual quality. Even when it begins in the visible external realm, it also creates an invisible inner shifts that enhance and improve the quality of your life and relationships. Expressing self-love through your self-care and fashion choices is a powerful and magical gift. If it's breezy out, you might stand outside facing the wind, hold your arms out, close your eyes, and say a silent invocation. Okay, so I'm seeing a lot of like aesthetic energy, a lot of clarifying your space, and a lot of things I think people take for granted. Okay, things that people may say are superficial, those things are important. How you feel about your own environment and how you are being portrayed in the world is incredibly important. And it doesn't have to be a specific way. Obviously these two cards are very pink, they have a certain aesthetic themselves, but just to give you an example, you know, I didn't have these piercings 6 months ago. I decided that I needed to align myself and my look that felt more like me, and I can't even explain it to you why, but like having them makes me feel more like myself, and no one else outside of this live will know that or perceive that or experience that, but I do feel better going out and around feeling aligned. And I got a compliment the other day and I was like, woo. I've been seen. So it can be really important, those small things, and it may be something, it doesn't have to be a piercing. It could be jewelry, it could be how you present yourself. If you feel like you've been restricted in how you present yourself, you know, look into that. That may be more important than you're giving it credit for. And if, you know, there's other people who you like how they put themselves together, whether it's a whole style or it's, you know, maybe just little things about how they look, ask them about it, talk to them about it. It may have a much larger effect on your life than you would believe. By the way, if you want individual reading, again, on TikTok, leave a gift and I will do one for you. I've also got the Nine of Pentacles energy. You may be really close to some sort of financial or career milestone right now, and that may be what's putting all of this into the front of your mind. If you feel like you've had to present yourself a certain way, and you know what, this may not even be aesthetics, it could also be just like how you speak, how you talk, what opinions you present. If you feel like you've been stifled in any way, this may be part of it. You may get a little bit more freedom now that you're moving into a new direction. Okay. And also, if you are on YouTube or even if you're on TikTok, if you'd like to go to YouTube later, I do have longer readings, very new ones coming that have come out Friday about this week, and some more are coming out this next week coming up. Let's see what other cards we can have about this situation. Ooh, I'm seeing the Six of Wands, victorious. So there may be a certain space, a certain area that you're going to be able to call your own very soon that may have been restricted because there were a lot of other people who may have been there or other people claiming it as their space. So is there a certain area, and it may be a physical space or it may be like a theoretical space, like maybe a certain social position in your social group or at work, things like that. You're going to feel victorious because you are going to be able to step out very actively, proactively into that space and say, this is my space, you know, you can be in it, but I'm the one who kind of controls this area. That's going to be a new thing for you. I'm very happy for you, by the way. And yeah, it's going to be acknowledged. It's going to be openly acknowledged somehow. Maybe someone will say, you know, it feels like you're really taking charge recently. I really like your ideas. You always have the best plans. Something like that may be happening very, very soon. I'm feeling like there is a connection. So I have the Two of Cups in reverse, and I also have the Two of Swords in reverse. So we're getting 2 and 2. There may be a decision on a connection that you haven't made. Okay, you're deciding on that connection. It could be romantic, it could be a different kind of more platonic connection, but you've been sitting with it. I'm getting the feeling that you know this person is coming close to you. This could be this space, it could be a romantic space that you could be making a decision on, or again, it could be something else more literal. But really consider, like, especially if this is a partnership, um being a little bit more proactive and working towards that and claiming your space. Let it be known. If you need to talk to them, if you haven't had that talk already, that you are interested, let them know. Be the person who says, I got here first. You know, there's no point in waiting and then being outpaced by somebody else simply because you didn't speak your mind. The spirit is saying that there's a good chance that if you acknowledge the gift, especially if you've been interacting in a more platonic sense, if that interaction has been increasing, don't think you have to take a certain amount of time before you can speak your mind. You can simply say that you've been spending a lot more time together and you appreciate it. Don't be afraid of that moment. You are simply acknowledging the gift of their time, space, and energy. Let's get one more card for this, and then I'll move on to the other subject for today. I have 3 pairs of oracle cards, just in case we get through them. Ooh, I keep getting this card today, and I absolutely love it. It is the Sun. It is the happiest card in the deck. The Sun is all about happiness, okay? So this is a very happy time for you. It is a very clarifying time for you. I mean, there's nothing negative to say about this card at all. It's just about pure joy. And I got it along with the 4 of Wands, which is about support and structure in our life. Usually is it about family structure, so you could just have a very sturdy foundation on this, just getting even more grounded. Maybe there's movement in a relationship forward, or it could just be a social group or chosen family, maybe just getting sturdier, and you're seeing it. You're seeing the success of bringing these people together. Yeah, I think things are going just really well for you, and spirit is encouraging that movement. So don't be hesitant, don't be in disbelief. Things are going very well for you, and that is great. I am so happy for you. That was my last card for that particular reading. We're going to move on to the next oracle pairing. Just go ahead, just give me a moment, and I will shuffle my cards, make sure that we have all these in here in case they come out again, and I will start talking about our next message for this reading. And again, if you would like your own personal reading, just drop a gift in TikTok, and I will pull cards based on your question. Okay, we have 33. In case of card 3 is relevant to you, we have chaos and conflict. So we may be butting heads. If you are having a situation that's involving conflict, this may be for you. We also have number 20, Venus. Sweetness and sensuality are of the essence. Open your heart to deep romantic love and profound beauty. That's the other card we have right now. Okay, and again, we're twinning with all of these oracle cards today. So a lot of orange in here. If orange is important to you for some reading, that may be very relevant, that may be a sign. Also, zebras, because we have a zebra pictured here. I know it's kind of silly, but you never know what calls to people. Let's see, is this already it? It is. We have chaos and conflict, disarray, being at a crossroads, the tension of opposites, the value of chaos before order. Opposing forces come together to create a turbulent atmosphere, but consider the value of chaos that serves you well. As you become unmoored by it, scattering to the winds, you leave behind the parts of yourself you no longer need and disperse seeds to reinvent yourself anew. Although the conflict appears to exist externally, its essence is also internal, projected outward and causing disarray. You may find yourself at a cross purposes with someone else, facing a storm you feel you can't control, yet every storm passes and chaos leads to a reordering of things. Conflict provides a way to see more than one side of the situation and look upon this as just a moment in time when you may need to take shelter and step away from the fray. Don't be too eager to fight. This is a time to understand rather than to be understood. Okay, you are getting a new perspective on things because of a reshuffling. Like this says, there's something that you may need to have pushed out of your life. It may leave naturally anyway, and it may be more relief than anything else, and it may allow you to change. You may be coming into a great change period in your life simply because of this friction that you were not expecting. So don't automatically think because there's friction that something negative has to come for this, or that it's just stress. Friction sometimes is just necessary things happening in a way that is unexpected. We also have 20 Venus. So let's get, again, more information on this. Sweetness and sensuality are the essence. Open your heart to deep romantic love and profound beauty. And again, these cards match. I'm wondering if the friction is the ending of something that you kind of wanted to end anyway, if you get my drift. Sometimes we can't let go of something if it hasn't like completely done something that has a, crossed a line, and that's how you end up with situations that overlap. One second. Sweetness and sensuality are of the essence. The qualities will heal you, enliven you, and sensitize you to the magic of life. Venus is the planet of romantic love and relationships, and the goddess of beauty and aesthetic harmony. She's here to remind you that these blessings are vital to who you are. Mindfully adorn yourself. We've gotten so much about aesthetics today. That's really interesting. Adorn yourself, take loving care of your body, and otherwise burnish the liquid gold light of your own inherent beauty. Do this as a devotional practice. Venus's gift of radiant splendor is a spiritual quality that lives within you. So bless the world now by celebrating that splendor and allowing it to shine. Opening your heart to romantic love takes courage. It can feel painful and scary because it places you in a vulnerable place. Will your love be returned? And if it is, then there is still more to worry about. Will your love be safe? Will they be happy? Will they trust the depth and constancy of your love? And will their love prove to be as deep and as constant as yours? There aren't any guarantees, and yet Venus reminds us that it is only this open-hearted vulnerability that allows us to live our lives fully with passion, connection, and joy. There are many physical world practices that you can employ to honor Venus and align with her gifts. For example, you could put on heartfelt music and dance. You could get yourself roses or diffuse a flowery essential oil. You could light a sweet smelling incense like vanilla or sandalwood. You could take a bubble bath or scatter rose petals on your bed. You could create harmony in your space through mindful decoration. If any of the above suggestions stood out to you, take note. This is time for your inner knowing and showing you the way. We're getting a lot of rose petals too. In the other reading as well, not all of these cards have to do with roses. That's not a theme in this deck. This is the first time I've gotten those two cards, and that is the first few times that I've seen roses mentioned as a practice. You may be getting roses. That may be a sign, especially if you don't typically receive flowers or ask for flowers. So keep an eye out for that, or if you've been seeing it recently. If you would like an individual reading on TikTok, please leave a gift and I will pull cards for you. Yeah, I really do think that there's something going on here where a new connection is coming in. I think you may know this. You may have been avoiding this person because of overlap, okay? But I think the connection that you do have may be ending anyway, or separating, or you may be encouraging the ending of that because of the overlap. I'm just getting a strong sense of that because there's so much push in here about self-love, adorning yourself, and signs that the roses and everything else with the chaos and conflict. I think there just may be, yeah, there's a Knight of Wands energy, okay, but in reverse. The Knight of Wands is one of the quickest moving, oh yeah, we're twinning with our nails. It's a great color. Knight of Wands in reverse. So this passion here would move quickly if it was allowed to. Because there's some sort of obstacle, it is not able to, and so it is stuck in place. That may be your feelings, that may be their feelings, it may be both of your feelings. But there's a passion here that's not being expressed. It's not moving forward at this time. Again, I feel like that's something that really needs to be figured out. We have Wheel of Fortune in reverse, some positive thing that could be happening, some positive karma that could be moving towards us. This is not at this time. And we have strength, the strength to get through it, to deal with it, to figure it out, to process what needs to be processed. And this doesn't have to be aggressive strength. It doesn't have to be like, really getting through this tough time. It can just be the courage to be constant, consistent, and considerate to others and being within our truth. Okay, in the traditional tarot, this is a woman opening a lion's mouth. It is not an aggressive card, but she is strong. She has courage. She's not afraid of the lion. She is right where the teeth are and she's okay with that, and she sits in that space. So really consider sitting in that space. If you've been telling yourself that your feelings aren't your feelings, their feelings aren't their feelings, and keeping something alive that is not serving you, well, you're just gonna have something that's not serving you, honestly, at the end of the day. Yeah, we have Queen of Swords, we have Four of Swords but in reverse, and then we have the Four of Cups. So I'm just seeing the same message kind of like reiterated and repeated, because the Queen of Swords, she is about the truth, honesty, and balancing emotions. So is maybe encouraging you to really consider what the best course of action is when it comes to others' feelings. You may already know and feel that burden of wanting to be honest and to be truthful to everyone who is involved, but the difficulty can be, what is the fairest thing for everyone's feelings? You keep something going on that is not serving you. Are you honest of why things may be moving in a direction that they do not want? Do you approach this other person if you have not approached this person? There's a lot to consider there, and Spirit is saying that the fastest way to do that, and the best way to do this, and the bravest way to do this, is to really sit with how you feel. Truly look at the situation from all angles and figure out what should be the best movement and fair for everybody, including yourself. The Four of Swords in reverse is saying that you're not getting rest. Is saying you're not getting rest. You may be up at odd hours. You may be, working really hard on things to avoid the situation, or just to think about other things. And I'm also seeing, again, I said four before, but this is the Five of Cups. So you may be a little bit in your feelings about this, like, why is this happening? Maybe you're not used to this type of situation. I mean, who is really? And so maybe a situation where you're feeling like really like, this is frustrating and I'm not really sure why I have to deal with this thing. Spirit encourages you not to focus so much on the feeling that is uncomfortable, and instead moving forward toward a solution. So really consider that, how to move forward in this, but also to be loving at the same time. I think that's the best way to interpret the Queen of Swords in this moment, and also the Chaos card with love for both yourself and for others. So that was my last card for that particular situation. I am going to move on to our last topic for right now. Again, if you would like to just show some support, some love, I absolutely appreciate all the hearts you have sent my way. I also would appreciate a gift. If you would like to send a gift, I will do a reading just for you, pull some cards just for you during this live. Also, if you would like to hear more from me, but you don't want to give a gift at this time, thank you so much, Shibi. Just go ahead and put your question in the chat. I also am on TikTok. I have some long form videos there, including your week ahead and other topics. I have a few long-term videos, so feel free to look at that. Shibi, I will go ahead with the other cards I have for now, but whenever you want to ask your question, if you have a question, I will pull cards for that. Serendipity. Woo! This is one of my favorite cards. I remember when I first saw it, I thought it was kind of cheesy with the 4-leaf clovers, but it's grown on me. Just want to know what Spirit has to say about my dance training. Okay, Shibi, let's take a let's take a moment for the dance card. Let's see. Let's do some. I just want one card. Okay. So much pressure. Wow. Well, a bunch came out. Let me do that again to see if I can get one card, maybe two. Sorry, that other card has been sticking to other cards, so that's why I'm ignoring it. If you saw the one that like came out initially. 7 of Swords. Well, I will tell you right now, girl, you're probably doing a very good job. I'm not sure how you feel about it or the specific reason why you have brought it up, but I'm going to go ahead and say that this is not what this card is for. That's why I'm giving it a little bit of a preamble. I'm going to say you're probably doing a very, very good job, and people can see it, which I'm sure, because when you dance, obviously, as you know, you're on stage or you're in front of people in the dancing studio. The 7 of Swords is about trickery and people being funny in the background, trying to pull one over you. If you have been getting like a solo or getting spotlit for learning a new technique fast, I don't know if you do competitions, anything like that, be very careful of this time of like sudden friendships or like people being more curious than usual. I do think some people may have the case of the green-eyed monster. That being said, they wouldn't have that case if you weren't doing a really fabulous job. So awesome, good for you, and keep on doing the great work. Yeah, so that is that. Let's see, what was our next message going to be? Ah, yes, Sarah, you're welcome. Dippity, 1, 8, 18, or 9. If those are important numbers for you, that may be a sign this is for you. Again, this is about luck. I'm going to reach for this card for our next message. And I also have Gemini 1, which is number 37. So 37, 37, or 10 are important numbers for you, that may be a sign. And this says, look even more deeply into someone's character. There is a layer that you have not previously glimpsed. What a coinky dink. This card is about people's shadow side. So if you know someone and you feel like you've known them for a while, you're like, this is an amazing individual, that's why I keep them around. Something may have changed and you are seeing their shadow self. Be convinced that even though it seems very different from their usual behavior, that is also who they are. You may just, if it's something else has brought that out, some new change in you, they probably didn't have a reason to act that way before. It's the change in your behavior that's causing them to act them differently. So serendipity, the luck message, says opportunity allied with readiness, the awareness of synchronicity, luck, and good fortune, appearing as signs and symbols, a magical alignment of events. You've stepped into alignment with the greater good, where your dreams and the collective dream resonate in exquisite harmony. Now is the time for luck and preparation to meet and create miracles that you could never have planned all by yourself. Keep in mind that you are a channel for providence right now, as a higher energy uses you as a force on behalf of the whole world. Your fortune becomes everyone's fortune. Everything you bring into being now will leave a wondrous legacy for others in the future. Your service to the world is being supported at this time. Expect the unexpected and smile, for Spirit loves you so very much. Okay, so whatever you're doing right now, whatever thing that you're doing that you're going to get luck in, whether it's winning the lotto or some project you've been pushing that's going to get noticed by a huge investor, like whatever it is, it's going to go beyond you. Even if it's not in a direct way, somehow it's going to affect a lot of other people. So it's actually very important that you get this lucky break. It's not how people usually interpret this sort of thing, but this is going to be a community thing, even if you don't directly know what that community is. You're in the right place at the right time. Be grateful, for the stars are aligned in your favor and fortune is smiling on you. Victory and success is yours. The choices you have made in the past have prepared you for the opportunities now before you. This is your lucky moment. The time is perfect. So you may see yourself as someone who doesn't really have a lot of lucky breaks and has constantly had to work hard. Things are coming full circle for you. Do not let whoever this like shady person is, and I'm so sorry if you are a Gemini, there is another Gemini card in this deck. This isn't the only one. But this one in particular is about someone's shadow self. We all have a shadow self, but in this case, the shadow is not doing us any good, and it is not ours, so it is not our job to fix it. Yeah, we have, oof. If you're not careful, it will affect you. Be very, very careful with things that just seem weird. New weird behavior, new weird person, new weird circumstance dropped in your lap. Keep your eyes open, because we have the Tower card and we have the Eight of Cups. Okay, with Eight of Cups is leaving something that no longer serves us, especially something that we wanted to work out that didn't. That with that specific Gemini card, I'm just getting a lot of shady feelings with this. And then this Seven of Pentacles, yeah, you may be starting something new that requires you to learn the basics of like some field or some place or how people socialize, something like that. Maybe a new social circle. Be very, cautious. I'm just like a lovely little dandelion, and I don't know anything, and then see everything. Know everything. I don't want you to be paranoid. I just, don't want you to lose your lucky break or something that was meant for you because we didn't keep our eyes open, which can happen, right? I'm sure at some point it's happened to all of us. I know it's happened to me. We don't need to learn that lesson multiple times. And here's the Knight of Wands upright. Being vigilant, keeping your eyes open, and understanding what and who is around us can very well keep us from bad intentions and also allow us to follow our passions at the exact speed that's meant for us and that spirit wanted for us the entire time. Protect yourself, firm up your boundaries, and experience none of it. Experience the least amount of it as possible and move towards your goal as quickly as possible. Let's get some more cards out. I'm going to be on here for like 5 more minutes. Oh, yes. Spirit encourages you, if you already have people who you know are steady and not funny and not doing anything weird, to have them around you. You don't have to be alone. You just need to be careful. You can still have people work with you. This is the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Teamwork does make the dream work. Don't turn away from everybody. Just be careful. Use a discernment. And we have the Sun in reverse. The Sun in reverse is not negative. The Sun card cannot be negative. So thank you so much. Oh my God, thank you. So when you get the Sun card in reverse, this is not saying sadness. This is not saying something bad. If you want to have me pull some cards for you, just let me know, Benson. It means that you're more content, and or you may have like a slow growing like connection feeling towards a situation, but it's still happiness. It's always positive, always, always, always. So don't be concerned that this card got turned upside down. You will still have happiness. Just it may take a little work if someone gets in the way. Oh, okay. Sounds good, Benson. Let's see, where are we at? Let's do one of these cards. I haven't done an alcohol card. So let's do one of these and just see what it says. And then we can be on our way. I'm just not monetized over there, Briar, unfortunately. So I'm working on that now. The faster I get monetized on YouTube, the faster I can do individual readings on both platforms. But I hope you enjoy this, and I also have some long form videos for you. She Who Doubts ended fear, worries, and trust. I'm telling you, look at this deck. It is still like 50 cards. Like, people don't want to believe in this stuff, but like, I have 4 decks out here. They do not have to align. I could have gotten the weirdest mix, but they did. Let's see. The message of this card is to examine your own doubts. We all have been injured by life in one way or another. If we continue to hide in the shadows, then we allow those who did us injustices to win. And now is the time to let go of old misgivings and learn to trust again. Worriness is not a bad thing unless you are using it to give yourself permission to hide from life. Put on a trusty talisman, slip your scarf around your ears so all your senses are engaged, and trust in your own unique power. So this is kind of being a little facetious about lucky things, items that we have, but honestly, if it makes you feel better, it doesn't even matter if it technically works. I say this all the time, like, even if it's a placebo, but like it makes you feel great and then things work out, where's the problem? I feel like it's adding to your life. When things have happened to us, again, we all do this, we want to pause, and especially in this reading and with the situation we're talking about, like I said, it's about discernment. Be careful, but you don't have to turn people away. You don't have to turn people away. We don't have to be like so guarded that now we're not making connections with anybody, we're not talking to anybody. We just need to be more careful, really look at the situation that hurt us, what were the things that kind of led us into that situation, and then make an educated decision based on that on how we want to move forward. Will we get hurt again? Yes, because that's life. But we can definitely dampen it a little bit and not have those same types of things happen at the same intensity all the time, and be open to happiness in all of its forms again. So that was my last card for today. I'm so happy to be here with all of you. If that resonated, I will be doing lives again. I also I'm here on TikTok and I'm on YouTube where I have long form videos, so you can go through there at any time and watch my other videos that I have. I do zodiac shorts every single month. The ones for July are up. And one way or the other, if you'd like to be here, I'd love to have you. And I will see you next time in the Empress Court. Bye.